you ready?
We're here, everybody. We're here. We're recording. We're live.
Weeb Club!
Yeah.
Yay! We're back after last week where we recorded content and edited it and put it out for y'all to watch.
Yeah, and we get to do it again and again and again and again and again and again. Anyway, so comments on Hyoka, which is, I think people watched it.
Oh, I forgot that existed.
Terrible episode. Bad dog shit.
Vindy's favorite.
And what did they do to Vindy?
It's like y'all have the memories of Goldfish.
No, right?
Do you
like,
not remember the like? Sure, I sounded at my worst while recording Hyoka, but do y'all not remember the Vindy's grandma arc? Do you guys just forget that happened?
Master Spoon remembered. And I think we've even mentioned the episode that we recorded that day in the Hyoka episode. So
yeah.
But yeah, that happened.
I did think it was funny how we mentioned like potential backlogs in that, and like we had other backlogs come out that aren't that.
No, right? That was yeah. I forgot about that.
They might happen. Both of those will absolutely maybe happen.
Well, and even
I mean, what were the other ones?
It was Sword Art Online and Kingdom Hearts.
That's right.
Okay. Sword Art Online will happen.
And then there's
for
just
sure.
the other fact that like we've also put out like 2 other backlogs before that one came, between like recording Hyoka and Hyoka coming out.
But at the time, right, we didn't know that.
Yeah, of course.
Ava or like we didn't even know that Ava would be pog and worth talking about, or that Part 8 was going to end, and that we absolutely would need to go and record something on it.
But anyway, I'm ready to move on to comments from the weekly.
Water actually surprisingly left the best comment on the weekly.
What the fuck?
What?
You're so toxic.
I'm complimenting this man.
How is it surprising?
No comment. Anyways, me and the boys giving Naruto a 2, not because we missed the point, but because we stand needless hatred and violence.
Possible. I liked the cynical sword mage comment because it's fucking... That episode about the tapeworm is the only one I can remember, and I feel like it's the only one I ever saw air. Mr. Meaty was nightmare fuel. I'm honestly convinced that the tapeworm episode is the only episode of Mr. Meaty that ever existed. All right? The only episode
now
that
I
shows the
need to
tapeworm.
rewatch that show.
Yeah, look, insane. I'm so glad that someone else said, yeah, I only remember the fucking tapeworm episode. That's the only episode of this fucking show that exists. So I'm not the only psychopath, okay? I need someone else in my corner at all times.
Okay, so real quick, I have to mauled. Not about this comment, because Guitar Skater brings up that, like, apparently there's a Berserk chapter that, I know the one, because I've heard talk about it, where it's like, Amira thought it spoiled too much of the manga, so it wasn't in the volumes, I think. But it is counted as a one-shot. Mal will also do the fucking reverse, because the other day I went onto Malgraph and I just updated it just to check, look at it again, because I like some of the features it has, and it tells me that you have one mismatched manga where you've read you have Haikyuu marked as complete at 1 chapter out of 400 or so, and I'm like, what the fuck? I never read a single chapter of Haikyuu.
Oh, but because you've read Nisekyu.
Yes, it fucking folded Nisekyu and maybe like a couple other one-shots into the Haikyuu entry.
Why did you read Nisekyu if you haven't read Haikyuu?
I've watched it!
Oh, okay, never mind then. I'm sorry.
I've watched 3 seasons of Haikyuu.
I'm sorry!
So I just deleted the entry, because it's like, well, I'm not going to fucking say that I've read 1 chapter of Haikyuu. I'm just going to, I'm going to read it eventually.
Just read 1 chapter.
But then I technically read 2 chapters of Haikyuu. Vindy,
then
by
read 2
standards.
chapters.
I see where you're going with that, and I'm not.
Oh, funny. Yeah, there are a lot of people who just left a lot of long comments. But
Yeah, with and what they agree with.
Afro said, "When will the sushi is awesome hate end?"
Oh, I forgot a comment that absolutely must be read because it's so insane. A Steven comment says, "Wait, Crafts made all those banger analysis videos on Naruto and hadn't seen the original since it aired on TV." And then he asked a question I don't care about. But then I love Azrite just goes, he read the manga. Because I was ready to come on and put Steven on blast for the second week in a row and say, dog, like, what are you talking about?
This poor guy who forgets manga exists and is just like, what? How?
Craftsdwarf?
Haven't even watched Naruto, but you've been making Naruto videos for years that are really good and understand the series. Like, did you just divine what the series is about through, like, the fucking ether without watching it? No, I read the manga. Like,
honestly,
twice.
The problem actually does lie with you because if you were talking about the manga instead of the anime, you should have only done manga editing. The fact that you had anime implies that you were talking specifically about the manga and not about anything else.
Vindy, you hate all kinds of editing. Don't talk to me.
Yeah, I do. Because I hate everything.
And manga editing is... Okay, I'm going to kill you. Lock your doors. Just to respond to the second comment is... I just don't like people dismissing anime as trash because they don't like it or it's not for them. So I don't like that he said that. So yeah.
I didn't even remember what comment was his, if I'm being honest.
He was the one who said that, None responded to it about the Weeb Club, like, they talk about anime he thinks are trash, but, he can't retort to our critiques or whatever, and,
okay, so he said
like
the thing about, it was basically like, he can't diss trash anime or whatever, because he can't refute our analysis and points,
Oh right, but like it's cringe to call it
like
trash
that.
anime to begin with.
Yeah, that's why I said it was worded badly.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, I got one more comment because Gabriel Right Done literally took my entire one of my major points and put it into one fucking easy to understand phrase, which is my anime list more like my anime checklist. Couldn't agree more.
Right, like, because, yeah, especially the way you were talking about how, like, you were really, when you had it, you were really focused on, like, number of entries and, like, the kind of systems it was showing you, right? So, yeah, no, yeah, absolutely. Because, like, yeah, we talked about it last week, what am I saying?
Yeah, I'm about ready to look at the Reddit. There's only one new post.
There was only one thing on the Reddit, but,
amazing,
it's
great
more
post.
in your wheelhouse, yeah.
I will record this with Nunmanji if he wants to, when he's done.
Maybe.
Although he would have to play everything that I did. Meaning, not only stop at Pussy 3, you would also have to play Hentai Pussy 1 and 2 and Wet Beach Pussies.
Well.
Y'all are fucking degenerates.
No.
Not because you're playing porn games,
degenerate.
but because you're playing bad porn games.
Craftsdwarf,
I
played 6 bad Steam porn games in a row.
What bad games? What are you talking about?
Within
maybe
days.
Beach Pussy. I'll give you that. But
Wet Beach
what are
Pussy
the other
was terrible.
ones?
Also, Hentai Pussy 2, you
the joke is that I
can't
definitely
finish.
care more about porn games than them. Actually, hold on.
Or not Craftsdwarf, none. Even if you want to say that Hentai Pussy 2 has the best art, which it does, the game does not function and cannot be completed.
No comment.
Sad.
However, Pussy 2 is a masterpiece, and we'll get to that way later. So the topic.
It's Crowdsourced's topic. This man
Actually,
needs
no,
to
it
say
is
it.
my topic.
Oh, okay. It's your topic.
So, yeah, the reason I wanted to talk about it is because of two things I'll post again, just to show you.
Oh, God. Okay, real quick. No, to go back to the Reddit real quick. I have, like, fucking 48 hentai games downloaded in my folder.
Craftsdwarf!
Can you tell us one of them? At least,
No.
like, one?
No.
But they can't all be for your fetish specifically, though, right? There's no way.
I don't have any... I don't know. They're all kind of fucked.
Do you have Emoto Paradise? Any of them?
No.
Would you say yes if you did?
I don't know what that is.
Okay. Emoto Paradise with the set. Hold on. Before we talk about those. Yeah, Emoto Paradise with the Sephiroth launcher.
What?
Hold on. No, it's the installer. Hold on. Emoto Paradise has a fucking... I can't even find it. I've seen a version of Emoto Paradise where the installer is like a huge picture of Sephiroth on it. It's funny. Yeah, Emoto Paradise is a porn VN. I only know about it as a meme, but I know it exists.
Okay. The only reason I wanted to say how many is because that to like go with explain the joke about how like I'm calling them degenerates
To flex.
when I've played and beaten way more porn games than them, and also would
I've
legitimately...
beaten 6 this week.
Yeah, I've definitely beaten more than you in your lifetime.
Well, the difference is I got 0 sexual gratification. If anything, it made me like the female form less.
And I would also legitimately consider a porn game in like one of my favorite games of all time. Like all games, not even just porn games, but you know. Anyway,
better on your 3x3.
Will he?
We'll figure that out when we get there.
You're so cringe. All right, the topic for this week is VTubers. And the reason that I wanted to do this now is because I saw both of these things. I swear to God, I saw both of them. I might have been, whatever, like because of one of them, but I saw both these things back to back last week while we were recording. First of all, is this fucking insane fucking set of pictures of this like Sega Sonic event. I assume for Sonic Colors, right? For Sonic Colors Ultimate that's happening in Japan, right? Where they're like hyping up the game and talking about it, right? And I assume some of these people are probably, you know, staff members or whatever. And fucking Corone's on the panel? Hello?
She's there. Which I don't know the details of that, but I do know that like Sega has a history of like marketing with like anime. Like there's the Love Live thing where every set of Love Live characters has a specific one who's voted to be the Sega like tie-in mascot character.
Yeah, Hanamaru was Sonic.
But that... Oh, wait, no, never mind, because that's owned by Bandai. I was going to say that might have to do with maybe the Love Live arcade games being done by Sega. Let me look.
So I was just going to say, like, having Sega cross-promote with a fucking VTuber is like, yeah, that makes sense. More surprising is the second one, but I guess you're looking something up real quick.
Yeah, well, it's not a big deal. I was going to look to see if Sega had anything to do with the distribution of the Love Live arcade games, because I could totally see that, but... The second one is 2 VTubers on doing a BBC News interview on like actual fucking serious ass fucking British news. Like what? the right, level at which there's one more thing I'll find really quickly, but you can say something about that really.
No, yeah, like that's like them hitting like a level of at least like attention that is like that's mainstream, right? Like not you know, like I mean, you know, it's written. But it's still like, you know, hey, look at these British VTubers that are making content online with animated avatars. And it's like, because I did watch it last week, and it's like, this is happening.
The other one is Gargura being in this fucking Taco Bell ad. By the way, this Taco Bell anime ad, Gargura's in it.
What? I didn't say that. I saw the Taco Bell ad, and I thought I saw her mention it, but I didn't realize she was literally in it.
VTubers have taken over our society at this point, and I think it's time to talk about
it. They've fucking like I mean we're pretty late to the bandwagon. Like fucking Mori Calipoli like fucking made a guest appearance on fucking Trash Taste. Right?
By the way, that being said, any fucking VTuber out there, hey, especially you Rat VTuber, because I don't think you took Rat Pack from me, and I respect you for that. Any fucking VTuber who wants to come on and guest star in the Weeb Club. Hey, our DMs are fucking open. Mine are. Please DM me. I would love to have a VTuber on. That would be so fun.
Yeah. No, yeah, because I've known about them for a while because I remember my friend mentioned Kizuna Ai back in like fucking 2016 or 2017 or whenever she was getting started because he thought like, wow, shouldn't this be more popular because it's so wild that it existed? But of course the thing with Kizuna Ai is that like the technology that she specifically used was not readily available, even though I do remember when seeing like face rigs and stuff were becoming a thing, like back on when I was on 4chan even, people were messing around with it. But now it's to a point where like, anyone can reasonably become a VTuber if they have a face cam and a microphone, right? Like it's something, you know, I mean, it's not easy because like you still need to get the face rig, right? Which is a pretty intensive process. But you know, it's if you have money or the time to put into it, anyone can do it. So they're very much like blowing up in a big way. And because like, I think we even talked about the appeal a while ago where it's like, you get to see a cute anime girl do the things you do, right? Like play video games and just do general content creation, react to funny YouTube videos or whatever.
Right. And so it has some of the appeal. I think, okay, so I actually feel differently about different parts of this, right? So I think English or Japanese VTubers, absolutely that is like their appeal most of the time, right? Mm-hmm. Is like, because it, like, and I think that this is, it does just come from us not knowing the language, right? Because if I watch a Japanese VTuber, right, I have some that I watch occasionally, and when you watch them, right, I don't know what they're fucking saying. Maybe every once in a while I'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, I kind of know what they said for like half a second there in this like 3-hour long stream, right? But for the most part, you don't know what they're saying, right? So you're just unless you watch like obviously subtitle videos. But so then a lot of that's more so just right, like you're watching like clips, an anime girl,
not necessarily full stream.
Yeah,
right?
and if you are,
clips or,
you're just watching an anime girl play a video game, right? A lot of them have hot avatars, which is done intentionally, right? Because we like hot anime girls. And then if you're watching an English one, it does have more of a feel of being like a normal stream, right? Because you can understand what they're saying.
Right. Which I think is why, because I think Gorgora, she was like one of the fastest YouTubers to hit 1 million subs because she did so relatively quickly after starting. Yeah. And if she broke a record, I wouldn't be surprised at all, right? Because Hololive EN was just, it's a really good like business move because VTubers are blowing up, they're becoming really popular, even just the Japanese ones.
Streaming's been huge in America, so
right.
Or in
so
the West,
it's just such a logical step, and I was even thinking about like why she specifically became popular, and I do wonder if part of it is because the concept is easy to grasp, like because the whole thing with Hololive Myth is like they're all like tied to like one's a phoenix, one's an eldritch horror kind of thing, one's related to the god of death. And then there's a detective, and then there's a shark, and it's just like a shark, and that that's kind of a meme in itself. And then maybe there's some other things I'm thinking of, like when her debut stream had the meme that came out because she before she started talking, she came on and I guess I don't know, she was doing a mic test. Maybe she was just really nervous because I think I love seeing the videos where they go back and react to their debuts because by the time they do that, they've already established themselves, they know how they are and stuff. Right. So then they go see them being nervous as shit and being awkward and being even an entirely different character, right? And they it's like they're just cringing and it's funny. I was just thinking about she is cute and it's a cute avatar.
Yeah, and people like seeing Amelia Watson because it's funny to watch a cute anime girl get toxic as fuck playing Valorant, right?
Yeah. And they all have their own different appeals and stuff, right? And they all, or it's some of them are into art, so they got that.
Some of them are just fucking psychopaths, like Korone, who's a hero and does English streams.
Oh yeah, so apparently even the context about that is cool because she heard a fan was learning Japanese because of Korone, and she was touched by that, I guess, because she decided to learn English. And she's doing her best. If you guys haven't seen it, it's probably one of the few full streams I've seen. What's the game?
Mario one?
No, the defusing a bomb.
Keep talking and nobody explodes.
Yes, she played that with Mori Calipoli. So you have this. So you have an English VTuber who barely speaks Japanese, and a Japanese VTuber who's trying to speak English, but they're doing it in one language. So for one section, Korone was defusing the bomb and Mori had to explain everything to her in English, and then they swapped. So Callie was defusing the bomb and Korone had to explain everything to her in Japanese. It was great because you had that interplay of two people who only kind of grasp the language, or one person is fluent and one person who kind of gets it, and then they swap. So it's a really fun concept and it was really cool to see. I don't know if it's still up, but it's so
there's this connection between the English and the Japanese VTubers because it's Hololive is doing both, or Sanji's doing both, so there is this connection. It's cool.
But yeah, and there are so many of them, and it's popular enough that they many of them can just keep going. That there's probably a character you like. You just got to find him, right? But it's big.
I think I've talked about it before. One of my favorite VTubers is this one because I saw this one clip of her where she said something and her entire chat was telling her she was wrong, and she was yelling at her chat that they were wrong, and I've never connected with something more in my life.
Who was the VTuber? Do you remember who they were?
Or... Yeah, it's Chieri.
Okay. Oh, I think I might have seen that clip, yeah.
Chieri Kakyoin is her name. None, do you have anything about VTubers to say? We've been jabbering.
How much have you even watched of VTubers?
I don't really watch VTubers.
He hates them.
The most I've watched is back when Kizuna Ai was like new, and I heard about her, and I tried some stuff out. I thought it was fine. I was like I would watch it from time to time, but it was also one of those things where it's like, since you have to like literally look at it for the entire time, it was less appealing to watch for me because I am fine with looking at YouTube videos for most of the time, but like literally the entire time isn't
for something like that
where
you don't like. It's not like it's not like an analysis video, right? Where you want to focus on it. It's something that you just put on for fun, right? And you don't want to have to watch it, right? Is that what it is, kind of, or?
Yeah, I mean that's part of why like I just don't want to like always have to look at it directly. And like
so
I guess
like
part of it
probably
is
like
also
the
just
English
kind of
ones
like,
more, right? If you got into them, the English ones, because you can just kind of put on a stream in the background in theory. Like if you ever watch streamers or anything, just a thought. If because like with me, and part of the reason why I got into them, I think, was because at the time, like I very rarely watch them anymore. I mostly see them on clips and stuff, like out of context clips and stuff. So I don't even really watch them anymore. But I am aware of them at least, and because for me, like with YouTube especially, is like I don't like if I just want to, or not even just with YouTube, with entertainment, is like my brain is always on. Right? Because like I'm so used to like analysis and talking about media and stuff. So if I'm watching any fucking show, like I can't just sit down and enjoy it necessarily because like I'm thinking about it and I'm taking notes maybe even. So VTubers were kind of a way to watch something and even focus on it but not have to think about it. Right? Like I'm not sitting there, what are the themes of Natsuhiro Matsuri or anything? Like no, I'm just like watching this fucking degenerate idiot be a fucking monster or whatever. No, she's good. But it's like, right, so that was part of why I got into VTubers for a bit. But yeah.
Yeah, I love I'm not gonna say I love VTubers. I'm not, one of the people who sits around and watches a lot of VTubers. But I enjoy clips when I see them. And I get why they're so popular. Like, it completely makes sense to me why people watch them, right?
Right, and they are really interesting. I think like the fact that they're so connected to idols just makes perfect sense because like idols they're already playing characters, right?
Right.
They're just like 3D. They're 2.5D if you want to be kind of cringe, right? But they're playing characters, sometimes with anime-esque personalities. But they're just like a real person. But so like VTubers is just such a natural extension of that because like they're just kind of doing what idols were already doing. But they're just going full anime now, right? So, it's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that there are some like amazing VTuber clips, right? There's one of Corona trying to say an English tongue twister that's fucking amazing.
The one I've been laughing about for the last like few weeks is Amelia Watson playing GTA 5. And there's like a mission with a train, and a cat just happened to spawn at the best worst time because like it runs across the screen and she's like kitty, and then like it immediately hits a train and dies, and she's like no, and it's just amazing comic time. I'll post it real quick. It's
here. This is the clip I was of Corona with the tongue twister. That's very funny. But yeah, I mean, look, I think that there is a lot going on with them that like is really interesting culturally. I think that, it's not a surprise that VTubers now are getting so big at the same time that, as we've talked about a bunch in these weeklies, as anime gets a lot bigger, right? And that, Taco Bell has Gargura in their ad because anime is getting so big in the West that means VTubers are getting big in the West, right? Because streaming and YouTube content is so huge. So when you have something that combines kind of anime with, game streaming, of course it's going to be big.
Of course, yeah, exactly. Like it just kind of is at this perfect like time and place thing where like it's available, it's easy, someone can get into it if they wanted to. Obviously, it's more difficult that way just because like like I'm sure there's a lot of like smaller just failed VTubers, right? But then you have the ones with the companies behind them that have like but then they had to get selected from a huge pool, so there's that. So
and the thing with the big companies, obviously, they're going to have better models. There's going to be like more marketing. They're going to have access to working with, they're automatically, if you're a Hololive VTuber, right? Because a large part of, especially for streaming, I think, is connections, right? Mm-hmm. You make connections with other streamers and stuff like that. And, it's not a surprise that, if you're a Hololive VTuber, you can, and I don't think this is a problem at all, right? You have to get picked through a big selection process. There's a reason that the Hololive VTubers are Hololive VTubers, right? They're, good enough to be noticed. And it's not, you can't even say, oh, well, they're attractive, right? That's why. They're a fucking cartoon avatar that was made for them, right? So they're selected for their personality. And so then they get to work with...
in the BBC clip, one of them even talks about how like she literally had to stop going to school because she had a fucking like something health issue. So VTubing was something she was able to do from home basically, and like they kind of talk about that a bit in the BBC interview. So it's like it's something like it's accessible, right? Which is cool.
It's really sick. I think it's really cool how big they are and how. It's just, I don't even know. Like, I think it's a really cool thing. And, it's definitely not something that I am gonna disparage anyone for watching or being a huge fan of, because I get it.
Yeah, and I guess what I think is really interesting about VTubers is how, because I kind of end up comparing it to wrestling a bit, because, with wrestling, you have actors playing these characters, right? But it's very much about, keeping up the appearances of it being real, though I think I've even asked you about it, because it's definitely, that there's a different way, because I feel like people who know wrestling is real, nowadays versus, 40 years ago, right?
Yeah, nowadays it's generally seen as the best wrestling storylines are the ones that blur the lines.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So when you can, in wrestling, blur that line between what is real and what isn't, so you bring in even, ideas of this guy's too small to succeed, right? Mm-hmm. Which is a real thing in wrestling, right? Some promoters won't book guys to win matches if they're small and scrawny, right? But in a sport that wouldn't make sense, right?
Because
if someone's very technically good, even if they're a little bit smaller, they could succeed, right? So when you start having, people going up against, the authority figures, and it's, oh, you're too small to succeed, you're not ever going to be the face of the company. Well, it's obvious, right, that's blurring the lines between what's real and what isn't. Mm-hmm. And so, in that way, wrestling is different. But sorry, continue.
Right, but what I think is neat about VTubers is, because, they are playing these characters, but, I feel like a lot of the character they play is, so genuine that, there has to be, a real person there. One fun example I remember is Uraha Rushia, who's the green-haired necromancer loli, where she's if you see her talking normally, she's very sweet and soft, but then she plays video games and she sucks dick at video games, so she gets mad, legitimately pissed, and it's like a Gat Moe thing, right, where she's going from very soft and sweet cute girl to just screeching and molding, and it's so funny. But because the real person is there and it can't help but to come out, right? Or just the fact that there's the anonymity there. There are people who dox them and find out their real identities and bullshit, which I haven't, I don't, gross, calm down. But because especially with Japan, I don't know if you guys have read My Lesbian Experience with Loneliness, or the other one she's done.
I've only read the first one.
Okay, because it mostly comes out because that was her first one, and in the later ones she talks about the effects the book has had on her life, because in Japan there's just this whole element of how you're viewed socially by the people around you. So which is a big reason why a lot of manga authors hide their identities, right? Because Horikoshi wears a mask, right? Right. A lot of them operate in, I don't think anyone knows, Nasu, who is, a major writer for, he's worked on the whole, Fate series, the Nasu-verse. I don't think anyone knows what he looks like, right? You in Japan is weird because you can work in complete anonymity and have very few photos of you out there, and, like I said, with Horikoshi or Itagaki Paru, where if you go out there, you just have your identity hidden because of just how socially it kind of works in Japan, I guess, as far as I understand it, right? Because like I said, that comes up in the later novels of the author with My Lesbian Experience, because she talks about how now her parents know about her stuff, and they're thinking about well, what are the neighbors gonna think, and that kind of thing, right? But with VTubers, is because of the anonymity, is that they can be themselves in ways that they couldn't necessarily if they were like actual idols, right? If they had their face out there, which I think is really cool, because you can get like like some of them. Oh, excuse me. Some of them are really fucking degenerate, but maybe they wouldn't be able to talk about that freely, especially like female otaku, right? Like that's a perspective I don't really hear about a lot. But now you have VTubers, and they like you could get fucking Natsu Matsuri and Hoshino Marine just talking about fucking loli dojins like publicly on the internet, and like they could just do that like freely, and that's interesting. Just because they can, they're free to do that, and I think that's cool. That they have that sort of freedom through like the characters are free. Yeah, it's cool. I don't know.
And there are people that are cringe and try to find out VTubers' identities, but for the most part, I mean, not only is it pretty hard to figure out their identity just from if they're doing their VTuber thing, because they don't show their face. They could be using a voice, right? Even if they're not using a voice, generally just a voice isn't going to be enough to identify someone unless you know them in real life. And at that point, you're probably not going to care enough to actually, get like super into it. Like, you know what I mean? To like, say anything. So they do kind of like people kind of respect VTubers anonymities. I feel a lot of the time where it's like, yeah, they're, like people, but also, and I think part of that is because they're an anime girl, right? I don't care who is doing, Korone, because I'm not watching for the girl who sits down in front of her webcam and streams Korone. I want Korone, you know what I mean?
Right, and that's, I think, kind of what I like about VTubers. It's like, because, like, because we hear stuff about, like, the idol industry and stuff, and I wonder if part of that, like, why bad stuff happens, because, like, they're supposed to be playing, like, no one should be bothered by an idol having a boyfriend, right? Because, like, you don't care about the idol, you care about the character, but the fact that people do is, like, they're not recognizing like the difference between like 2D and 3D in a sense, right? Whereas VTubers, like you said, I think that hopefully will happen less, both because like you're not like literally seeing them, you're not in like we don't go to VTuber handshake events, right? Those don't exist because like you can't like I don't even think they're very easily able to like show like even their hands and stuff, because some VTubers will do like live action stuff. Like there's the one I think Nijisanji girl who has that weird creepy mask, because she's done stuff with that, or like some of them, like Hachama have done cooking. Hachama is fucking horrible at cooking, is why I'm laughing. Oh my god, Hachama is so funny, like. Yeah, so they're not even able. So like there's more of a gap between like the real and the fantasy, so to speak. But so I guess that's why I think VTubers are really neat, because it's like they have a larger gap between reality and like the characters they play. But because of that distance, they're able to be themselves more in a sense. Like and I just think it's like a really cool. Or like wrestling, like I don't follow modern wrestling, but I have been watching Dark Side of the Ring, and I always get like a little unnerved when like reality and fiction just can't be like aren't separated, or they're not be like or even can't be at times, right? Where because that's just like they're actors, they're playing characters, but then like when people fucking die or or like shit's happening, and because people like the characters can sometimes affect reality in ways that I don't think is ideal, like Bruiser Brody. I think when he had there was the trial about his murder overseas, and like apparently like as they framed it in Dark Side of the Ring, is that like the jury thought the character was the person, basically is how they framed it, which is why that the case didn't work out. So and again, I don't know how much of that is true, but like because I just only watched this documentary. But it's just like that's just an example of like here's a real person who's the trial didn't go the right way necessarily, based on the information I know at least, because of the character he played on TV, basically, which is like I think that's fucked. Or with idols, like I mentioned earlier. So I don't know. I just think it's really interesting. Both VTubers in themselves and just comparing it to like similar-ish things. So like it's something I've been thinking about doing a video on for a while. I just need to figure out like how to do it, I guess. But because VTubers are really fucking interesting.
Yeah. No, I agree. None, do you have anything to say?
Not specifically, no.
Do you have a favorite VTuber or even a favorite VTuber clip or anything?
I've seen clips, but there's nothing that I can think of that I'm like super into.
Why did you agree to do this topic that you don't have anything to say on? I'm sorry.
I mean, you two wanted to talk about it. I'm not gonna just say no.
You can say something. Yes,
or you can do research. Look around it, fucking. Or yeah, you can just say I don't know anything about it, and we'd say okay, maybe another time, or maybe we'll do something else for it.
Right.
Could have been like a not a weekly. Let me think. I'm sure I have more stuff that my stupid.
The only thing I can think to is just specific VTubers, because I think my favorite is still Natsuhiro Matsuri. Is like I mentioned her just being a degenerate, which I think is part of the reason I like her, because she's funny and open about that. But also she is like pretty. She seems pretty like emotionally mature and smart, and like when she gets real and stuff. And I don't know, she's really cool. Also, I follow her on Twitter, which usually doesn't matter because I can't understand her. I mean, or Twitter has the automatic translate thing.
Yeah, but it's a dog shit, right?
But it is kind of funny because of like how lewd she is. I'll just like see like, why is there Natsuhiro Matsuri porn on my feed? Oh, it's liked by Natsuhiro Matsuri. Of course it is. And like, I haven't seen a VTubers as open about liking and searching up lewd images of their own character, basically. So that's funny. But yeah, I think she's probably still my favorite. But
I think let me think. I mean, so I like Korone. I think Korone is funny.
I think she's the only. I have her noises Twitter account followed because she's cute.
Yeah, she's great. She's so funny. I like Chieri. I just don't watch too many VTubers. I see a lot of clips. Like, I feel like there's so many like iconic like almost like VTuber moments that like I know of or have seen, or like because like there's so even just thinking of some there was Korone's Doom streams, right, that were like huge,
which got an Easter egg in Doom because of how big they were, right, where they put in the Doog Easter egg. Like that's pretty insane. Like, it's always cool to see the like developers and stuff like react to the VTubers and stuff,
and just the community like around the game and things that happen like that. Yeah. What else is there? Fucking oh my god, I just lost it. I meant to talk about this earlier. I think I've shown you, Crafts, the clip of Sugita Tomokazu on both a radio show and in a like this weird thing that was like Seiyu like playing games. Like, it was like it's some channel where Seiyu like play video games together, right? And they were playing Ghosts and Goblins, and Sugita was the one playing it. The voice of Gintoki, by the way, one of my favorite voice actors. Goat. And he starts going off about Pecora and how he was watching Pecora play the game and how bad Pecora was. And then the radio thing was him getting upset about how he loves watching Pecora, but sometimes she forgets her character and it makes him mad. Like, he was a psychopath.
Oh, yeah, no, I think I actually remember because she was talking about how, like, her fans will keep reminding her to say end her sentences with Pecco or whatever, and, like, so, you know, maybe that's related. That's I don't remember seeing that clip. That's funny.
It's really funny. I might still have it favorited, but, yeah, so seeing, like, a popular voice actor being a little VTuber nerd was funny. Let me think. There's got to be other clips that I.
Well, I mean, back to Korone, but I remember you. I mean, I'm sure that you appreciated the compilation of her saying "Ikan Bokum" whenever she got the collectible, which was also like in itself like a meme for a bit because there was there's like someone drew like an animation of that, which I also partly remember because someone made the version of that where it's like the fairy tale, why fairy tale like that. So, but that was a good one.
I'm trying to remember. I know there's so many, like, I think it was a Gargura stream where she spent like 2 hours doing like some small mundane thing in Minecraft because she just like couldn't figure it out. There's so much shit that happens.
Gura's really good. I think she's my favorite English VTuber. She's like watching her play rhythm games was something else because she's really fucking good. She's a good singer. She's small. She's and like she's cute because like you know like get so much good fan art, which is also really cool. All VTubers in general, I mean. Yeah. One thing Weeb Club related that hasn't happened, but I was inspired to do because of the Hololive English VTubers is because they were playing a World of Darkness, tabletop game, and I did see their character creation. And I was like, damn it, I want to do pen and paper role play on the Weeb Club, and we just haven't figured it out yet. But and obviously, you know,
there are Weeb Club players doing pen and paper. Ayo, but
yeah, but it's not. Yeah, it's not content.
Right, it's not content.
Right. You know, so like, you know, they maybe want to do it because it's like, wait, that's right. You could people because D&D is also really popular and people are streaming that and stuff too, right? And here's like VTubers doing that, and I'm like, I could do that. We could do that on the Weeb Club, but yeah, I don't know. Keep that in mind for potential future content, but
it's locked and loaded on my brain. Yeah, I don't know if I have much more to say.
Yeah, I think I'm about done. Like, there's a bunch,
which is good because I wanted a shorter episode.
Right, there's a bunch that I've known about, and some I haven't really watched a lot of or stuff, but some that have just really good clips and moments and stuff.
So tell us in the comments okay. I have a question and then I have a request. So tell us in the comments your favorite VTubers or VTuber moments. But here's my problem: whenever we ask y'all sometimes to tell us stuff, and we're like, well, we'll mention it on the next Weeb Club.
Yeah,
you either don't, or the ones that do write these like 6-paragraph long things. And trust me, no, hold on. I always read them, right? And I was like, wow, that's really interesting. Great. Like, yeah, thank you guys. Like, I enjoy reading it. But then it's a thing where it's like, I can't say this. Like, this is too long. Like, I can't read this.
Right.
So
like, what are we?
If you want to give me a long
to,
spiel,
right?
If you're gonna give me a long spiel and recommend VTubers or clips or anything, go for it. I'm all about it. Trust me. Just know that if it's too long, there's absolutely a chance that it just doesn't get read on the episode.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, comments you have to find that balance with. But yeah, I'm kind of curious to see what other people think about VTubers and which ones they like, which ones they think we like. Because I think we talk enough about our tastes that maybe people have an idea. But I mean, like Vindy, how have you not watched the Rat VTuber girl? Like, come on, that feels like a betrayal of your character.
Because it would
make you uncontrollably horny?
No, it would hurt my soul to see someone doing my gimmick better than me.
No, you're right.
What can I do if I'm no longer everyone's favorite rat? She's got to fight me for that. If she wants to become everyone's favorite rat, she's got to throw down. We'll throw hands for it. But
what if she's a mouse?
No, she's a rat. Her shirt says rat on it. She's a rat. If she wants to become everyone's favorite rat, tell her people to get in contact with my people, and we'll figure something out.
All right, but yeah, I'm about done with the topic as well.
Yeah.
So,
and no,
Kanajo is fucking dead.
Did either of y'all read it?
No.
No, I haven't read it yet.
Cringers.
All right. Anyway, Nun, what did you do this week?
Well, I finally embarked on, the best series ever that nobody talks about.
Roboco.
At least as far as our community is concerned,
Yes, sir.
Well, actually, Roboco is the best series, but this is the best game series. I'm sorry.
Okay. Oh, okay.
How did you not know what it was immediately?
I actually still don't know what it is.
Oh, what? I'm talking about the hit series Pussy and Pussy 2, Pussy 3.
Did you finish Pussy 3? You did, right?
No, I did not.
Oh my goodness.
Because the VC was over. I went to go use the bathroom and everyone was gone.
You can still finish Pussy 3.
Well, do you all abandon Nun and you're like mad that he doesn't?
I think I had to go do something if I remember correctly.
The friendship man abandons his friend and wonder why his friend didn't accomplish the thing that he wanted to accomplish.
No, Nun wanted himself to finish Pussy 3. We all know this.
But he needs friends. You need friends to finish that pussy up. I don't know.
What the heck?
I don't know how the game works.
Please talk, Nun.
Okay, so Pussy is this like really big competitive esport game.
It's honestly
the people
Smash
who play
but better.
Pussy.
I was thinking about this earlier, and I'll talk about it later.
What the fuck is wrong with you people?
We go by an acronym called PPP, which is Professional Pussy Players.
Yes, sir.
It's a really complex game. This really complex puzzle game that really revolutionized the genre. You basically switch tiles around to match up a puzzle of a picture of a pussy.
Craftsdwarf, do you want to see Pussy gameplay really quickly? I'll stream you a couple levels.
Oh god! All right.
I'll stream you a couple levels. None, go. I'll just stream.
In the first game,
we're gonna go to Pussy 2, it's the best one.
It has the pussies being shown, but it's like, you can see it immediately. But Pussy 2 does a thing where their clothes are on, but then when you complete the puzzle, their clothes are off. So it's like, makes you work for that. Unfortunately, I can't show this on the Weeb Club because it's just like, it's too much. But it's too much for YouTube. But you can look it up. And basically, the person who makes this game has a whole bunch of other games that are like this. There's the Pussy trilogy, and then there's Pussy 4, which is coming out in October.
October 1st. As a Pussy fan, I know the date.
And then there's Hentai Pussy, which is Hentai Pussy 1, 2. Is there a third one? I don't think so, right?
No, there's only Hentai Pussy 1 and 2.
Okay, yeah, there's only 1 and 2. There's also this game called Beach Pussy, right?
It's Wet Beach Pussies.
Okay, yes, Wet Beach Pussies. So, it's just really like huge, expansive series that's been going on for a really long time. It's really changed everyone who's played it's like life. So like, if you're in a really dark place right now and you're like stuck, I recommend the Pussy series. Like it's really
You're a monster.
Big.
No, I agree with none. None's right.
I got into it thankfully because a gentleman purchased it for me. So I played the first one, I played the second one, I played the third one. Well, some of the third one.
Not to completion. You did not complete the Pussy.
Okay.
As a Professor Layton fan, I would destroy this video game series.
Craftsdwarf, you literally just watched the best Pussy player in the world at work, okay? You think you could do faster?
I know my way
You
around
think you could do
slider
faster than me? You think you could do those puzzles faster than me?
The only thing holding me back was that I don't want to fucking see those gross-ass drawn pussies. Like, God damn.
Oh my God, imagine insulting Pussy. Imagine insulting Pussy,
Look,
too.
All I'm saying is maybe Japan is onto something by censoring them.
What the heck?
Okay. Nunmanji, please keep talking over this insane psychopath.
So if you want to check out the series, it's all 50 cent on Steam. So the first game's 50 cent, second game's 50 cent, third game's 50 cent. It might go up to $1 if the sale stops.
The sale's gonna be over by the time these are out. So they're all it's gonna be $1. But you can buy a bundle. You can buy a bundle called Hentai Games. That comes with Pussy, Wet Beach Pussies, Pussy 2, Hentai Pussy, Pussy 3, Hentai Pussy 2, Fantasy Maid, Girls on the Beach, Hentai. Oh my God, we have to play Hentai Arena Holy Pussy. Holy fuck, what? Oh my God, we have to play. I'm gonna play Hentai Arena Holy Pussy next time we're all.
They're literally like 10 out of 10
Play with Neko.
games.
Cyber Pussy 2020. How do we skip Cyber Pussy 2020? Hentai Dance, Neko Girl Play, Rescue Elves, Succubus Domination, Stay Home and Play with Waifu, Hentai Monster Quiz, Hentai MILF Quiz, Hentai Swimming Club, Hentai Monster Quiz 2, Hentai MILF Quiz 2, Hentai MILF Quiz 3, Hentai Maid Club, Succubus's Love Cream Pie, Hentai Coloring Game, My Stepsisters, and Striping Fruits, all for $19.75.
Pour water. Listen to this at work.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
You hate him.
Everyone should know about it anyway. You shouldn't be embarrassed about that.
But yes, the Pussy series is, it changed my life. It made me fully realize how much I dislike the female form. And now I'm not turned on by women anymore. So thank you, Pussy. You finally freed me from the shackles of heterosexuality. And for that, I applaud you.
Yeah, good game. Hope everyone gets into it. It's very worth it. It's very good.
So is that all for you?
Yeah.
Well, should I say, okay, here's my question. Should I give my experience with the Pussy series as like piggyback on your backlog? So then I can do something else?
Yes, you can do something else.
Okay, so I've played, so None has played 3, finished 2. I have completed 6 games in the Pussy series in the last week. Really, in 2 days, I did all these.
Picking away at that expanded universe, huh?
Yeah, I've played Pussy, Pussy 2, Pussy 3, Wet Beach Pussies, Hentai Pussy, and Hentai Pussy 2. So now I'm going to go a little bit more into the Smash comparison. So Pussy is...
Oh, yeah, I forgot about...
Very groundbreaking, okay? Never been done before, life-changing, okay? Little rough around the edges. The girls are naked the whole time. I would say, there are areas for improvement. Pussy 2 is melee. It takes what Pussy 1 did, and it just improves on it in every single possible way. Pussy 2 is the pinnacle of the series and is the game that we will continue to play in 10, 20 years. We will be playing Pussy 2 first. Pussy 3 changes so much about the Pussy formula, okay? You see the girls' faces.
Ew.
It's no longer a sliding puzzle, like sliding block puzzle. It's a different kind of puzzle.
Yeah, you can in that game. You can basically move the pieces wherever you want to complete the picture. It makes up for it a little bit by making, it makes the overall image a lot bigger. So it's not like, it's not just those 9 pieces that are in Pussy 1 and Pussy 2. It's like a bunch more pieces. So it's like more like putting it together like an actual puzzle. Yeah. Where there's a lot more pieces, but it's still kind of
click on the trailer.
Pretty different
how it plays. Yeah, it's very different. I think in some ways it betrays the themes of the Pussy series. Instead of Pussy 1 and 2, by the way, have one song in the background the entire time. That you hear for If You Are Me, the mango of the Pussy community. All 15 minutes it takes you to beat the game. Pussy 3, however, adds multiple songs of varying levels of quality. There's one rock song that actually does legitimately go hard, if I'm being completely honest.
So, yeah.
But, yeah, so Pussy 3 changes a lot. It's slower. It's very slow. Waiting for
the pieces move really slowly.
They can trip sometimes if you try to move them too fast. So it very much feels like Brawl. And Nun's not going to like this. Pussy 4 is looking like the worst Pussy yet.
So, like Smash 4.
Yes. Not to shit talk a game that's not out, but it has the worst art of the series so far.
How?
You know what, Craftsdwarf?
Its art's it's actually disgusting. Like,
if your curiosity gets the better of you, you can click on it.
I don't think I ever want to touch Pussy.
I think you should click on the store page for Pussy.
That's a good out of context.
I'll never get Pussy. I'm sorry.
No, I think you should click on this store page, Crafts. I think you should look at it.
Yeah, actually look at the art.
I think you need the full context for what Pussy fans are getting themselves into on October 1st. Wet Beach, and then there are the spin-offs, right? Wet Beach Pussies is it's your like what's really dog shit? It's like the Nickelodeon, or it's the Cartoon Network Punch Time Explosion XL. I actually got that right. I'm like 95% sure, and that should be applauded. Terrible art, terrible gameplay. It's just rock, paper, scissors, and has probably actually worse art than Pussy 4, if I'm being honest.
No. Well, nah, I don't think so. Like, the faces are, like, comically bad in Beach Pussy, but, like, Pussy 4 is, like, actively repulsive. So I think that's worse.
That's true. I'll give you that. And then the Hentai Pussy 1 is, like, Slap City, where it's a return to form, right? It's a sliding block puzzle. Wave dashing is in it. And it works. It gets the job done. Honestly, better art than Pussy 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or
Wet Beach Pussies. The Pussy 4 art is awful.
Yeah.
Then there's Hentai Pussy 2, which sadly uses... Okay, so here's the problem with Hentai Pussy 2. All right? It goes back to the matching game from Pussy 3 and 4, okay? However, it easily has the best art of the Pussy series by far. Unreal art, because it's cat girls and they're hot and it's good. However, the final level of Hentai Pussy 2 is literally broken and actually unfinishable. Because it's bugged and your mouse doesn't go where you click, so you actually can't decide what blocks you're ever switching. And you have to autocomplete it, because you actually can't finish it any other way. And for that, Hentai Pussy 2 should have been bug tested and gets like a markdown in my book.
No, it's a meaningful statement. It's saying that you'll never get pussy.
Craftsdwarf, I am the pussy master, okay? Do you want to know what my time for Hentai Pussy 1 is? Which, Hentai Pussy 1, as a game, is comparable to the first 2 pussy games, okay? Here's how good I am at these games now. I beat Hentai Pussy 10 levels in 10 minutes. I was going at an unprecedented pussy pace, okay? A minute a level on these puzzles. All right? Unbelievable skill I have, okay? I challenge anyone to race me in Pussy 1 or 2 or Hentai Pussy 1. You will not win. Even Pussy 3, the easiest game in the series, I beat Wet Afro's time by a good 6 minutes. Just unbeatable player here. Legend of the community, all right?
Yeah, Vindy's a real pussy, dude. In a good way.
In a good way.
You guys have talked more about pussy than we've talked about like a lot of things in the backlog.
It's important. Look, playing the pussy games was life-changing. Okay? It was a phenomenal experience for me. I learned a lot. One of the funniest things I've ever seen was before the rest of that night where I streamed and Garfield Kart was insanity, was watching Afro's baby mauled because he couldn't beat the feet level in Pussy 2. And watching him and Dot yell at each other for 20 minutes.
It's a fucking baby puzzle sliding game. How do you get stuck?
Don't! Nunmanji's right here!
What? Why are you slandering me?
Oh, because you couldn't beat Pussy 3.
No, not
Pussy
3.
3's easy.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about how long it took him to beat Pussy 1 or 2.
Leave me alone.
Craftsdwarf.
Look, I'm just training. It's okay.
Take 1 hour, times it by 2, and remember it's 10 puzzles.
Oh.
It was not 2 hours.
You have 2 hours in Pussy 2 and 113 minutes in Pussy 1.
No, Pussy 2 is that long because I was watching the direct and I left it open.
That's true. You're right. Okay, so it wasn't... You're right. You're right. No. You're right. It wasn't 2 hours. I forgot you left it open while watching the direct, so you fucked your time. But it did take you 113 minutes to beat Pussy 1.
Not 2 hours, though. You were wrong.
You're 7 minutes off of 2 hours.
Not 2 hours.
Okay, you're right. You know what? I'll give it to you. I'm sorry. I apologize.
You're all terrible.
How? Race me in Pussy 2 right now.
I never want to talk about Pussy again.
Shut up. We will talk about it. Pussy 4 comes out October 1st. What else do you think I'm bringing?
I need Crafts to play Pussy.
If there's one thing I've learned, it's that after this stream, there are multiple games I have to go buy. All right? Let's say them again so that everyone understands which games in the Pussy series are absolutely must-buys for me.
I can't...
Okay? I have to buy Hentai Arena Holy Pussy. I have to buy... What was the other one? Was it Cyber Pussy 2022? Yeah. I have to buy Hentai Arena Holy Pussy and Cyber Pussy 2022. The
arena one sounds the most interesting to me.
Cyber Pussy 2022 sounds the most interesting. So here's Hentai Arena Holy Pussy, if you want to see gameplay none, and here is Cyber Pussy 2020. So both those games are getting played the next time we're in mod chat and if you ever see us in mod chat and Vinmanji, if you're in the Vinmanji server, which if you want to be, DM me on Twitter and ask for a link and I'll give you one.
What the fuck is Cyber Pussy? What are these images?
And if you ever see us in mod chat, just know, Pussy is being played by someone. But yeah, I guess that's it for Pussy.
One other thing I wanted to say was that unlike Sakurai, the reason the Pussy series is having such struggles is because this guy puts out so many games all the time, constantly. He's just a poor man being grinded down by the video game industry.
Maybe Pussy 4 will actually secretly be the best one because
Hentai Arena is just Fortnite. That's just Fortnite.
It reminds me of, what is it called? Is it Hentai Arena Battle Royale, which I have? Yeah, it's Hentai Arena Battle Royale is another game I have on Steam that is just Fortnite. Oh no, it's Hentai Arena Battle Royale's not on the Steam store anymore. Let's go! I have a game that you can't buy on Steam. I also have Anime Standing, I'm sorry, which is it's Death Stranding. I haven't played this one at all yet, but I want to. It's it's Death Stranding, but this is so funny. I have to play it at some point. But yeah, essentially, Steam porn games are the bad, cheap $1 or phenomenal cheap $1.50 Steam porn games are the best way to spend $1, right? I think we can all agree that.
Yeah.
You can buy 60 of them for a full price game and get 600,000 times the enjoyment.
What is this? Vindy, it's your turn.
All right. So I played the Pussy series over the last...
Oh, I thought you were going to bring up something else because you already talked about it.
I am. I just wanted to fucking hear him say that. I'm stuck between two things right now because one of them was a movie that I don't have that much to say about, but the other one is a show that I have 3 episodes left in the second season of. So I almost want to wait, but I'm just going to talk about the second one now because it's so pog, which is I watched season 1 and most of season 2 of Ted Lasso, which is, okay, so I'll explain Ted Lasso to you and then tell you what it actually is. All right. So Ted Lasso is a series about he's like it's a college football coach from like Kansas, right? And he gets like contracted to he gets a job as a professional soccer coach in England for like a professional club. And he's like a very like Midwestern Southern, like super sweet, super nice guy, right? But his team all kind of hate him because he doesn't know anything about soccer, right? Just like doesn't even, understand like some of the basics of the game. But so that's like the premise, right? The real answer is it's literally Rookies, which is one of my favorite manga. Okay. It's literally the story of a fucking sweet coach man winning over his players one by one by just being the sweetest guy in existence and being so like genuine and straightforward and great that people can't help but get behind him. It's so fucking poggers and so good. I can't it's so good. And it's funny. It's made me cry multiple times. It's just really good. I definitely recommend watching it. The problem is it is an Apple TV show. So for most people, they're going to have to watch it through piracy. But it's super worth watching. I actually think it's like really, really good. It literally feels like Rookies, right? Or not like a sports manga, but like a GTO Rookies kind of thing, right? Where you have this authority figure who isn't liked by people, but is a very genuine, sweet person, right? And just like wins people over to their side one or two at a time by just being this really nice guy and seeing things in people that other people aren't, not giving up on the people that, everyone else is giving up on, stuff like that, right? And I'm almost done with season 2, and it's so good. And season 2 is going into a lot of like stuff with like mental health and like therapy that's really good. And yeah, I really recommend the show. I think it's like super enjoyable. It's a super good time. I'm really liking it. And yeah.
Nice.
Epic.
Thank you. I'm glad that both of y'all said nice things. I can die happy now.
All right, my turn. So I didn't play Pussy.
Ugh, L.
Cringe. I DM'd you. You had time to play it, but you refused.
Crafts, if I had bought you Pussy 1, 2, and 3, would you have played it?
Maybe.
Can't even get me a yes.
At that point, at that point, I think I have to if it's a gift, right? Even if it's $1.50 or whatever you pay for it, I would have to, yeah. What did I watch?
Need Crafts talking about his pussy experience next weekly.
Anyway, I watched Uchoten Kazoku, which was a seasonal. I remember it as a seasonal anime because I watched season 1 as it aired in like 2013. Season 2 aired in 2017, and I didn't get around to watching it until recently because I rewatched season 1 and then I watched season 2 for the first time. So basically, the premise of the show is it takes place in Kyoto, and the eccentric family is Tanuki. And basically, in the community, there's Tanuki and Tengu who kind of exist like outside of human perception generally. And yeah, the Tanuki are carefree, easygoing, transform. They're little tricksters. Tengu are proud There's magic shit, weather affecting, especially with the Tengu. And yeah, basically it follows the family who, their father figure was like a super important figure in the Tanaka world, and he just fucking died. So the family is like, still trying to work through that to a degree. The 4 sons have all inherited something or other from their father, and it's a really fun show. It looks cool. It's adapted from a novel. It looks pretty visually distinct, I would say. Like it's the kind of thing you're not mistaking for another show. And the family is good. Like Yasaburo is the main character. He's a silly guy. Simps for Benton, who is she's a human who learned the powers of a Tengu, basically. How do I describe her character? If you like Makima from Chainsaw Man, or just that like
Yuck.
Dami Mommy archetype, like if you're the person who posts barking images to fan art of Makima, then you'll like Ben 10. Basically, if you're the one in white, yeah. I mean, she does have some moments that are kind of where she's kind of like, I don't know. She has like one outfit in season 2. She only wears like for a few minutes, but it's really fucking hot. But other than that, she's not really like my type, I guess. But she's still good, like as a character and stuff. Like there's like the two of the major Tanaki families are like, there's like a feud between the main characters and the Ibusugawa family. That leads to some interesting stuff. But yeah, mostly it's fun. Like, you just have this world of Tanaki you transform and shit. Like, they do a lot of fun stuff with that. The main character's in a place he shouldn't be, so he transforms into something to, like, blend in or whatever. Or, he transforms into other people and stuff. Or, like, in the first 2 episodes, he's just, like in the first one, he spends a lot of time transformed into, like, a schoolgirl who looks kind of like him, but is just, a schoolgirl. And in the second episode, he's with his mom, and they go to like a parlor to play pool, except she's transformed into like a dude, and everyone calls her the prince, and then he's in like a frilly like dress, and it's like, okay. They just like, because they're Tanaki and they can just really do that, so it's like whatever, they just do whatever the hell they want with the expression with their of their transformations and stuff. It was just kind of fun. But yeah, mostly, like I said, it's the family like working through the grief of the lost father figure, dealing with the rival family who they hate. Then there's a Tengu who his back was injured, so he can't really do his cool Tengu stuff anymore, even though he still has a lot of pride as a Tengu. He's connected to the main family. And yeah, it was really cute and fun, and I had a good enjoyable time. The ending is really like, I don't know, it felt good ending it, and it did some cool stuff. But yeah, it's a fun show. I liked it. Are you guys posting something?
Look at announcements in Nunmanji Crafts. You're about to get a very special gift, and so am I.
God damn it. I'm gonna, I'll post in the episode, but I'm gonna read it out loud. So Megaraphic says, of any of y'all buy the Pussy Trilogy to Crafts, send me the amount and tour PayPal, and I'll pay you twice the amount. I included the typos. I assume one of you is DMing him privately, because the fact that he is having to mention this like right now is very suspicious. I
added all the mods in Vinmaji mod chat and say if someone buys Crafts Pussy 1 through 3,
I see it now. Yeah.
Because I do want someone to buy you the games. And so either I'm about to buy them for you, or someone else is about to get $3 in their PayPal.
Oh my god.
Is all I'm saying.
If I look on Steam and I have fucking notifications. Okay, I don't yet. I'm safe. Alright, I'm gonna kill myself.
Yeah, alright. This is a really short weekly, but it worked out for me, for those who don't know. And I'm not saying anything bad about this. We started recording an hour late, and I do have like tests tomorrow, so I need to study still, so...
Alright, yeah, thank you for listening, and we will see you guys next week for another weekly. So yeah.
Adios!
Goodbye.
Epic.